Hey, what's up everyone? James from Junkyard Fox, thank you so much for joining me. We're out here in the Guadalupe Mountains National Park, taking a hike, and I decided to go ahead and take a break and let you guys, fill you guys in on my EDC update. For those of you who don't know what EDC stands for, it's everyday carry. So the stuff you carry, your contents on you every day that makes life a lot easier, and just general preparedness. Even if you don't know what EDC stands for, you probably already have one, a basic setup. For most people, it's going to be your phone, your keys, your wallet, or purse. From there, it begins deviating to other stuff depending on what you do for a living, what part of the world you're in, what you do for hobbies. So for us that are into the preparedness and survival stuff, it becomes more of a fun show and tell because, we talk about different models of knives and flashlights and stuff like that. So now that the winter's on its way, the cold months are coming, my stuff is changing. It doesn't change too much. The basic core is there, but some stuff has been replaced and some stuff has been added. So let's go ahead and elaborate on that. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, so let's begin with the most obvious difference is I'm wearing a hat now. For pretty much my entire life, I did not like wearing hats. I still don't, to be honest. I feel them very constraining, and particularly in the hot months when you have the band and it starts collecting sweat, I don't like that. However, I did turn 30 years old this year, and perhaps it's a little bit of vanity, but I have noticed I'm getting a lot more wrinkles since I've been doing my outdoor stuff. And, this is just the fact that the sun will dry you out. Think of it like jerky a little bit, and you'll just get a lot more wrinkles a lot faster. So, getting older, you start thinking of, precautions and, your health. You want to avoid things like skin cancers and stuff like that. So, this is going to provide me some shelter from the harsh light, as well as I noticed other differences. Like when I'm hunting, it helps me keep my eyes focused and, the slightest movement beneath bushes, as opposed to trying to be all Clint Eastwood, trying to make out the movement. So helps me out with that. Other uses, like when I'm playing back some footage on my phone from recording a video, this helps keep out that glare when I'm playing back recording. So definitely helps. Very functional piece of equipment that honestly I should have had a long time ago. But here's my hat. And this was a gift from my girlfriend a couple months back. The name brand is Tula, Austin, Texas. So, yeah, first things first, my hat. Moving on to my next item is this bag right here. This is by the Hidden Woodsman. It's called the Trade Haversack, or the French Trade Bag. This was sent to me a couple months back, and I am loving it. Now, I have been using the larger haversack already going on for over a year. So this is a smaller version of that. And I gotta be honest, I might like this one a little more. Now, I'm not going to elaborate too much on it because it has its own video coming up in a couple of weeks, but just a very traditional satchel. You carry your essentials there. You're not going to carry a ton of stuff like a backpack, but, your basic requirements for everyday carry. So, say in the city, you're out, running errands, you're going to school, your job, you can carry your lunch in here, your water, your iPad, for example, your tablet. The basic stuff like that. Or if you're like today, we're out in a short hike, nothing too stressful or anything like that. So I have my canteen, a backup knife, a tarp, stuff like that. So the basic requirements, fire making stuff. So very simple. But for those of you who don't know, the Hidden Woodsman, small company based in New England by my buddy Malcolm, and all this is handcrafted, made with quality made materials, military grade materials. So really great stuff. Very traditional and yet very innovative at the same time. My French trade bag. Okay, moving on to my coat. Now, of course, we're moving on to the winter months, and even though it's pretty warm in Texas, it is getting colder at night and early mornings. So I got my coat for warmth. You've seen this many times. I got this coat years ago at Target. It's the brand Converse, and very similar. It's still holding up very good. A couple of tears here and there, but overall it's really good. And I do have some pockets up here in the front where I keep my fingerless gloves. So in case I'm camping and it starts, temperatures are dropping or whatever reason, I have my gloves always in my coat. Moving on from there, on my shoulder, I have the Mandalore symbol. This is the symbol that the bounty hunter Boba Fett from Star Wars has on his shoulder. And like I've said numerous occasions, Boba Fett is my absolute idol. So my buddy, last year, Mikey, he went to Disneyland and he brought me back the pin as a souvenir. And I put it on my shoulder every day. But during my birthday, I accidentally lost it somewhere in Tucson, Arizona. like a fool that I am. So I recently just ended up ordering this all over again, and I just placed it on my shoulder. It doesn't do anything, it's just there for decoration, but I really like it. So my coat and Mandalore pin. Okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. All right, now normally underneath my shirt, I carry a Ferro Rod. You've seen it before. It's a 6-inch Ferro Rod that's held on a leather sheath. Now, I don't have it on me right now because I have a microphone, but I do carry it every single day. So it is on my coat pocket. Let me get that out. So yeah, just 99% of the time it's around my neck, but today because we're shooting and we have a microphone for better quality, it's put away. But large size Ferro Rod, so it's gonna have thousands of fires in here. Very durable. And I have it underneath my shirt because this is the last thing I ever want to lose. I'd rather lose my knives and all that stuff than have a source of fire lost. This is going to be the most reliable form of ignition right here. So yes, it's always on me. Okay, now here on my shirt pocket, I always make sure that I have shirts that have shirt pockets. If there's no shirt pocket on there, I'm not even going to bother even considering buying that shirt. So I have a notepad and a pen. I don't particularly care on brands. I just need a notepad that helps me, you know, when I'm brainstorming, coming up with ideas, or something as simple as a grocery list. It just helps you become more organized. And I also draw. So sometimes I'll sketch some ideas and see what else we got in here. Well, here's my friend Jackie's character for the Operation Survival. And I'm kind of playing with the idea of maybe making like a prequel comic that ties into that story. So we'll see how that goes, but just something to write down and sketch and stuff like that. Pen, as long as it's a fine point pen so I can still draw, that's good enough. Okay, moving on to my belt knife, and you've seen this before on this leather sheath, and that is the THRUNITE GNS knife. This to this day is my main belt knife, going on 3 years. Really love this knife, guys. It is not perfect, but it is still good enough where I carry it every single day. The cons of it are so minuscule that, you know, it doesn't really matter. I get to play around with a lot of knives, and I still always find myself coming back to this one. Just very comfortable handle. Really love the design. Love the blade steel, 01 tool steel. Great 90-degree spine, so whether I'm just carving or I'm game processing, this is the knife I carry with me every single day. Now for my backup knife, once again, you guys have seen this as well. This is the Morakaniv Consable knife. A little dusty there. Clean that up. And I have a review on this already. I reviewed it a couple months back by processing a trout, cutting up some potatoes, making some fish and chips in the forest of New Mexico. I'm loving this knife, guys. I'm considering this knife to be the perfect Mora knife there is out there. The Garberg is very great. I have a review coming up on that one. It's going to be really awesome. But a little bit of a spoiler alert, I do like this one the best. I think it's just so comfortable. I like the grind, the design. It's lightweight. And once again, as I said, this color is my favorite color. So I love that foresty green color, the olive drab. So when I'm not using the THRUNITE GNS, I'm using this one. And although the GNS rides on my belt, this one's always in that French trade bag. I just really wanted to talk about it. And check out that video if you haven't seen it, my review on this blade, so you can get a more in-depth review on it. Okay, next thing is my cell phone, which is the iPhone 5C. It's in my pocket. I'm not going to pull it out because we're using the microphone for that. I know it's yesterday's technology. I hope to upgrade to a 7 pretty soon just to get better visual quality, but that's my cell phone. Okay, now here's where the fun begins. This right here is my magazine pouch. You've seen this, my EDC setup for several years already, but there's been some changes here, some pretty good changes. So, first things first is the VICTORINOX one-handed trekker. Nothing new. I love this blade. I consider it the perfect everyday carry knife. It has a knife, a saw, can opener, bottle opener, Phillips screwdriver, flathead, pliers. Not pliers, tweezers. And I just really like it. For those everyday tasks, you know, cutting boxes and cutting plastic, stuff where you don't want to use your more specialized blades, this comes very much in handy. I have a review on its very close relative, the classic trekker, so I'll put that on the link below. That's probably, to this day, still my favorite review we've ever made. It was so fun to make and so in-depth. So if you're looking at more information on this blade, go ahead and check that out. And then back here I used to have a Ferro Rod. Sorry for that. I used to have a little cheapy Ferro Rod. I went ahead and replaced it since I already carry a large Ferro Rod on me at all times. And I just decided to upgrade and do a lighter. Just a different form of ignition, something a little easier. Say I'm injured or we're just in a hurry. So just a lighter's just, really good to have. So I just went ahead and placed a little pen thing here so it wouldn't fall off. Placed it with some tape. And then it goes in here. So not only do I have a large ferro rod, but now I have a lighter. 2 forms of ignition on my person, not including, what I have in my haversack or my vehicle. And then over here, I used to have a small flashlight. That was the MicroStream C4, the Streamlight MicroStream. Well, ever since I upgraded to the THRUNITE Archer 1AV3, this one outperforms it in every sense of the word. I had no need to carry 2 flashlights on me because I do carry a larger one on my haversack already. So 3 flashlights is just a little unnecessary, overly redundant. So that one I went ahead and gave away to my little buddy Christian. His first gift for an EDC item. Now he's quite young. He's a viewer of this show. And I thought that would be a great way to introduce him to the responsibility of carrying these things every day. And Christian, if you're watching, buddy, once you're old enough, once you feel responsible enough, you go ahead and let me know. And this will be your everyday carry knife. It will be waiting for you. But I hope you're enjoying that flashlight for now. In the meantime, I went ahead and replaced it with the VICTORINOX sharpener. So if I'm in the field and I need to tighten up my knives, now I have this right here. There we go. Just run your blade through there. And it just hones up the blade pretty nicely. Now it's brand new, so I don't have much of experience on it. I do trust Victorinox as a brand, the Swiss Army brand, for making quality products. But I'll let you guys know how I like this. If you guys saw last week, I went ahead and processed a pack rat, with my LT-Rite GNS. And the knife could have been tightened up a little bit. I slacked it, but now I have something that I could tighten it up before I start processing game. So that's the updated version of my EDC pouch. And then moving on back here, I have the Hidden Woodsman belt pouch. So same maker that makes the haversack. Really cool stuff, and check him out. He recently started selling these again because they were out of stock for quite some time. Handcrafted. I normally always have tinder in here, grass. So whenever I'm running around, hiking, whatever, I always find nice, dead, fluffy grass. So for an emergency, if I need to make a fire, whether, we're short on time or it's raining and, everything is wet, anything like that, I already have myself a tinder bundle ready to go. So I have an ignition source, I have a lighter, and I have, fuel to get that fire started. So I always like to have it there. And it's a pouch, guys. So in case you're interested, you can always carry, say a rat trap setup in there, or another form of fire kit, first aid kit, anything like that. So it's a pouch. You put whatever you want in there. And then underneath the pouch, I have my wallet. Boring stuff, you guys. It's a wallet, so the debit cards and the identification and all that stuff. Then over here I have the Junkyard Fox bandana. So it's really important to carry a bandana every single day for so many uses, particularly if you're an outdoorsman. So always have my bandana on me. And then that's about it. Moving down to the boots. Okay, these boots are pretty new. I got these a couple of months ago for a birthday present. I decided to treat myself. If you guys have seen my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I always carry boots. I always use boots. But my old ones were just old potato sacks. They were just annihilated, and poor things. I tried to get them repaired once a year, but that just wasn't working out because the leather was just so beat up. So I decided this year for my birthday to go ahead and get myself some brand new ones. Same brand, it's Justin brand. And then up here, I have my backup blade. So my boot knife, just clean that up a little bit, is the LT-Rite JX3 knife. So very small, beautiful, handsome little fixed blade there. And I do have a review on it where I did make a squirrel stew with it. So really nice, big shout out, big thank you to Chris Tanner from Prepared Mind 101 and LT Wright for sending this to me. I'm loving it, guys, and it just looks so well with the boot. It just looks good. And that's about it, guys. Normally I used to have a lighter here, no more. I have no need for it now that I have one here. Well, guys, that's about the conclusion for my everyday carry. As I've said before, if you guys have seen my past EDC videos, not much has changed. I'm pretty stubborn, and I like the system I have. However, I will replace things if they're no longer useful or they can be upgraded. Or, you know, for the sense that I am getting older and I'm starting to realize, you know, being overly redundant is a little clunky. So, you know, I'm not going to have, you know, 4 lighters on me or anything like 4 flashlights. So I'm trying to kind of get a little bit more streamlined. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to go ahead and comment below. Tell me how you've changed from how you're transitioning from summer to winter with your EDC items. And guys, let us know how you like this video. There's going to be some changes with the technical stuff. This is my first video working with LHC Marketing, so go ahead and give them a like. I will post the Instagram account for my buddy Lando Recording right now on the link below. So go ahead and give them a follow. And just let us know, because it's going to be an upgrade in audio and video and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.